Welcome to the Dirty Bird Nation Report. This is the unofficial, official podcast of Falcons Twitter. I'm your host, one of the hosts, Lethal Saint on Twitter. Sorry about my voice, and if you hear coughing throughout, my bad. I am trying to recover from this fucking cold, but it's not working out very well. Today, we have back for the second time this year, I think. I'm pretty sure it's the second time this year, is Jalen. He's back. If you're an OG listener, you know who Jalen is. He's back at it with us. He said he missed me so much, and he missed my precious and wonderful voice. Welcome back, Jalen. And we have Josh. Y'all know who the fuck Josh is. He's back in here. Breeze, he'll probably do his like little pop up at the beginning or end of this episode. And giveaways. We've been trying to give y'all some fucking money, but y'all playing. Like, you didn't come, whoever won last week, you didn't come and collect your prize. If you want to know if you won, I'm gonna put the fucking last week's episode, in the description box wherever you're listening to your podcast. You just lost out on $50, but we're gonna do giveaways. I got some Falcons gear, including one jersey to give away. Yes, a whole jersey, a whole real jersey from Nike.com. I got it from Nike.com. It's a jersey, a Freeman jersey. So, and then I got other stuff like lanyards and socks and shit. So y'all need to be on the lookout and follow every instruction I give you. If you don't follow instructions, which y'all don't, and y'all need to, follow the fucking instructions and you'll win a prize, a free prize from us to you. You're welcome in advance. So let's get into this shit. We played a game, I think. I mean, I ain't watch it because I was sick. So I was watching on Twitter and everybody's pissed off. So then I was pissed off and we were all pissed off together. And yeah, I don't know what we're doing with this season. I don't know what to say anymore. Uh what do y'all think? Let's start with Jalen since he's back. Jalen, what do you think is going on with this team? Can we recover? And what the I don't just give us your thoughts.
All right. First of all, I didn't say all that extra shit that she said at the beginning. That's one thing. She boosted that up. And second
Uh,
thing, okay, all right. Second thing, I'm not even mad at this team anymore. I don't allow them to interfere with my mood, even whether they win or lose. I don't care anymore. That's like 10 minutes after the game is over. I'll just spat about it on Twitter for about 10 minutes, and then I'll go about my day. There's more things in life than caring about a trash ass team trying to win games. But anyways,
Yikes.
uh, I think the Falcons' problems are, in short, easy to solve. At the same time, extremely hard to solve. So I don't think it's like completely on coaching. I think some players have to take accountability into that. But I do think coaching matters to a point and ensuring they're taking accountability, if that makes sense.
it does. Josh, what do you think?
It's the same thing what Jalen just said. Um, the accountability, um, making sure that you're playing with the right technique on every play, whether you're on offense or defense or special teams. The players are not doing that. It's like they're just walking on the field and expecting to dominate the opponents, and that's not what's happening. Like I said, um, once they start playing better with better techniques and the coaches putting them in better positions to succeed, then we'll start to like string off some wins. But until then, we'll get the performances that we had against the Colts, and the Vikings, and just recently the Titans.
And the Eagles.
Yeah.
We played pretty decent on defense. The defense played pretty decent against the Eagles.
I don't even
Yeah.
care about. I like watching defense more than I like watching offense. I guess the Falcons being trash at that the last couple of seasons has kind of ruined that for me. But I don't even think like when I watch the Falcons defense, I don't expect them to do much. So if they do anything, I'm obviously gonna watch. But if they do something, then I take that as an addition to anything. I don't take it as like anything bad. Like
But
I
that's a
expect the Falcons offense to actually be bad because they're investing like 60% of their cap into that side of the field. But you know,
right, but at the same time, it's like with that train of thought, others have that same train of thought too, and they just expect the defense just to be sorry. But at the same time, Debo just got paid, Grady just got paid. Both of those boys basically made the Pro Bowl. Um, they should be getting the other 9 guys around them to raise their levels of play to
that's
make
not
this.
that's not how that works. That's not how football works.
It doesn't, but in the sense of like just have that leadership. Like y'all gonna go out there and go with the sinking ship. Like at least go out there with guns blazing. Like don't just lay down.
I
Like
mean, even if Evo does exactly what he's supposed to do on a play, Grady does exactly what he's supposed to do on a play. You have
I
nine
get
other people not doing what they're supposed to
right,
do. What are they supposed to do for them? Like
right.
there's literally only been what 4 people this entire season who've been well, I'll say 6 on that entire defense that's been consistently good all season. And big surprise, 3 of them just got paid. So it's like there's not really much you can do when other people aren't doing their job.
So basically, what you just said is to sit Campbell. That's what you're saying.
Well, I gripes with him, but he's one of those people not doing what he's supposed to do. But
Right. Yeah.
Oliver, who everybody thought was going to be amazing this year, he should have kept Oliver low key, but that's another story. Uh, he hasn't been doing what he's supposed to do aside from a couple of splash plays, which means he has a potential. He's just not there yet, and
Right.
he's just not there.
Right. But we should have known that with him being the first time started. It's like he's going to take his lumps. So we just got
I
to.
mean, you could take your lumps, but when I understand your lumps in pass coverage, but you can't be not doing shit right and like run support and shit.
I
Anyway,
get.
that's whatever. That's one case. It's like only I guess I should say the 6 people I thought have been like decently good this year. Vic has been good, Tack has been good, Grady has been good, Devo has been good, and True has been good. Everybody else has been either average or very much below average.
I can agree with that. Yeah, that's true.
And you can't you can have your star players play like stars, but you need other people to do their job in order for your defense to be good. They have
Right.
glimpses of being good. Like the second they did a bunch of good stuff against the Titans, but they couldn't get off the field, had penalties as usual, and the rest of the game was just awful. But they just need to be more consistent with it.
Right.
You seem to be good. The first half of the Eagles game, they were lights out. They only allowed 3 points, I believe, or 6 points,
Mm,
because they actually did something.
exactly.
Don't get me started on the offense because I could be here for an hour.
I don't got time for that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, like I was saying, when we played the Eagles, the defense was like actually decent. And we're like, okay, we got this. The defense, okay, they can play. They are quote unquote top. Well, I'm not gonna say top 10, top 20 playing today in this Eagles game. So we're gonna have that, through the rest of the season, and they haven't shown us that at all whatsoever these last 2 games. And we know what happened in the Colts game with both sides of the ball. It was basically nobody practiced. And if you want to hear that, I'll put the link in the episode for the Colts game where me and Josh discussed how Alan said pretty much nobody really practiced or cared. They thought it was going to be a walk in the park. And as we saw, it wasn't a walk in the park.
They did not say that.
No, yes, he did.
They didn't say that at all. They said there was one day in practice where they were just flat and they just needed a spark. That was one day in one practice. They did not say that nobody cared.
One day, I'm going to pull up the article and I'm going to put the shit in the description box below in the other episode. And y'all can hear that shit. Either way, they're coming in here, not doing what they're supposed to do. And it's frustrating the hell out of everybody. Like, we know what this team can do. We know how much talent we have on offense. We have a shit ton of talent. On defense, we have, well, not talent, I'll say weapons. On defense, it's like, all right, we got like a few players that are really good. The rest are developing, but we thought that they would be way more developed than they're showing us. They could be. It's possible they could be. They're just not showing us that they are. And this man on Twitter, I forgot his tweet. He said what I've been thinking this whole time, and why I personally am very frustrated is since the Super Bowl happened, which we lost like hell, like we fucking died in that Super Bowl, playing like shit consistently. Like the seasons there's been no improvement since the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And that's
we're like a 500 team since the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like it's just like, what are we doing? We're not improving and we're not declining either. We're just like in the middle, you know? Like, what the fuck? Like, if we're not gonna do either, you know, then what the hell are we doing? What are we here for? Move the team to fucking London or something, you know? Like, we need to get it together.
There are caveats on, you know, everything. You can't just say that they're like 500 and not like being good, because last year it counts, but it doesn't count really in that record race because of the fact that they went 7-9. They probably should have went ahead and went 4-12, but they went 7-9 and they lost pretty much everybody within the first 4 weeks. So no team, there's not been a single team in the league that can lose as many people as the Falcons did and
right,
still
and overcome that. Right.
So that season, I understand, you know, you've been 700 since the season before that. Then they go to the playoffs and lost because of a bad call in the division round or whatever. But that's fine. You can't expect to, you know, go back to the Super Bowl immediately. And then the year before that, they just had a bad year. Like, it happens. Like, some things, like, I understand but only thing that's bothering me about that is that, like, you've gotten better at certain spots and still got worse at that same spot, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, you got better, you air quotes, better at like your defensive back group, your D-line group, the linebacker group, but yet they're not playing like they're better.
Right.
And that's just fucking frustrating to all of us. And then on the offensive side of the ball, it's like, all right, look at all these people that we have on the field. Look at all these weapons. Julio, Sanu, Hooper, Ridley, Freeman, Ito, Matt fucking Ryan, fucking Alex Mack, dare I say, Jake Flat Pancake Ass Matthews.
Okay.
Things happen.
Jake Matthews slander in my presence. We know this.
Well, I was calling him Flat Pancake because he like be flattening out people. But you know, with this cold and stuff ain't coming out right out of my mouth right now. So just bear with me. But look, we got all these people and they're not being used effectively by Dirk, however you say his fucking last name. Like, okay, so let's talk about this fucking offense. Why?
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's get into it.
Okay, but I'm driving the boat. I'm Megan the Stallion. No ass.
Let me drive the boat.
All right. So this offense, we're not converting 1 yard. That's unacceptable. Dirk is also running the ball on 2nd and 10 plus. How does that make sense? The red zone we're still dying in. Why are we taking out Julio and Sanu and Ridley on fucking big plays? Like, why are we taking them out of the picture on big plays? Why do we still have Luke on the team? Okay, go, Jalen.
I gotta go first, bro.
Josh.
Well, mine is gonna be totally different. I'm pro Dirk.
I remember.
But
I'm retweeting receipts on my timeline. It's coming. Let them have another 10, only a 10-point game in the next coming. I'm retweeting all the slant. Anyway,
no, because the main thing was because I felt like Sark, he should have never been here. He wasted 2 years of Matt and Julio's prime, and because of that, I just wanted him gone. And I felt like Dirk it still is a better option to him. So I'm pro Dirk. I would say it's partly execution, and then it's partly coaching also, mainly Dirk. I don't get why we're taking our best players off the field on third downs, because when you're doing that, you're basically aiding the defense and like letting them know what you're about to do. And that's what we do from time to time. And when we take Julio and Calvin and Sanu off the field, Calvin and Julio off the field, they know we're going to run. And what we do, we run the ball, and we more likely we probably get stuff, because we definitely did against Tennessee. So I would say it's stuff like that. Stop being so predictable.
Play call. Oh my God, I just got mad all over you. That was such a stupid play call. Like,
well,
it was 4th-1, but it wasn't a close one. It was a 4th,
right,
a
1.5, 2. Yeah.
Again, really good defensive front.
For front, yeah.
It was on your line. Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Austin Hooper, who had 130 yards on the game, and you decide to run it right up the middle nonetheless? What? Huh?
Explain, damn it.
I mean, like I said, it was a bad play call. It was a bad play call, and it was a bad execution, because on the replay, it was Hardy and whoever the tight end was over there. Either it was Stalker or Hooper.
Hardy, the best.
Nobody touched Vaccaro. Like, they just...
Yeah, you know why
they just
touched Vaccaro? Because Ito Smith or whoever was back there at the time literally chop blocks Hardy before he could get a block. Like,
wow.
Come on now. And you can't, if you're going to do like a play like that, you can't have your wide receivers playing that tight. That's just
exactly.
Like, literally have 8-10 people on the line. Like, that'd have been a perfect time to do like a rollout
exactly.
Or a fake draw into like a quarterback sneak or something, bro. Anything beside what you did would have been perfectly fine. But he did that.
Yeah.
I for one would rather have. Everybody knows how I felt about Sark. Like, I did not like him at all, and I'd rather have him than Dirk Cutter, and that is saying something.
I just think we're all mad at Sark. We're mad at Dirk.
We had like a 10-minute debate when he was like, Matt Ryan, you can have a seamless transition with Dirk Cutter. Now, like, all right, we'll see. I give it 5 weeks. How we at 5 weeks right now? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad.
The best wide receiver group, I would say Austin Hoover, the top 7-ish tight end right now.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the year before injuries hit, probably a top, 12 offensive line.
Yep.
Putting up 12 points in the first game. Putting up The Eagles game was an anomaly because the Eagles have terrible DBs, like completely garbage.
Oh my god!
Put up 24 because you finally decided to do what you're supposed to do, and then putting up 10 points against the fucking Titans.
It's unbelievable. We got one of the best offenses, and this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And then how overall, like, everyone's dropping the ball. Matt Bryant's missing a kick.
Matt Bryant, like, yeah, he missed 2 kicks. And people swore. Oh man, that was a great day on the timeline. I wanted to keep my mouth shut because I know it's probably just, a microcosm of the season, and Matt Bryant is as reliant as ever. But that man missed that kick, and I was just like, you know what? You know what? Maybe,
I had to laugh it off.
Maybe we just gotta get him up out of here. In respect to Matt Bryant.
No, yeah, I had to laugh it off too. And my thing was, I understood why we initially cut him because of the money situation and with him being basically injury prone at the age that he is. So it's like bring him back. It's kind of like we just did that to appease the fans.
He's still good. Don't get it wrong. He's still very good. I still have him over a lot of people. It was just funny because he missed that, and people were telling me that was like gonna like magically prepare us for like have 10 extra points a game or some shit. Like that's not how this works.
It's still a GOAT. He just made a mistake.
He is. He's one of the greatest kickers I've ever seen. But I personally feel like we could have got something cheaper and more healthy.
But we weren't checking for nobody. In the
kickers matter, but that's not what we're on here. Dirk Cutter, bring that ass back here, boy. All right. If you
get him, Jalen.
If you watch, shout out to Alan _STA.
Dark.
If you watch his film reviews, which I highly recommend you do, he was like going over some of the plays on offense and offensive line aside, because they held up better than I thought they would with the people that were in.
Yeah.
Like Jerome Casey, very, very good. They held up better than I thought they would. It doesn't mean they did like great, but they did a lot better than I thought they would. And if you just look at like some of the route combinations that Dirk deployed, it was reminiscent of the 2013 team, the team that went 4-12. Like you have second and like 12 or something, I think it was, because you ran the ball on 1st and 10 and lost 2 yards. That was smart. Literally every analytic says that passing the ball on 1st down is probably the most, efficient thing. But go off sis. And then the next play, you run like a curl, you ran a Madden pattern that's supposed to get you yak when you have everybody sitting there. Like none of that makes sense. You're supposed to be, if you're gonna run like a pattern where the ball's supposed to go underneath, you're supposed to have players going deep to draw those safeties away or people to draw those linebackers away. You can't have everybody playing man across the board and that was one of my things with Sark too. You can't have man beaters every single play. Like, because eventually the DB is going to win. It's not going to, like, no wide receiver has 100% success rate. It's not going to happen. As great as Jones is, he's probably one of the, like I said last week, probably one of the best wide receivers to ever play the game. He might end up being the best to ever play the game. He's not going to win every single time because that's just not how football works. Those people on the other side of the ball get paid too. They're going to make a play every now and then. You just can't do that. You have to scheme people over. You have to scheme people to do things that they're good at. You should always be having Calvin Ridley on drags and slants. That's easy money. That's at least 15 yards every time. You should always have him running 9 routes. You should always have him running deep posts. Why have we not seen more Julio deep posts? That is literally the one play that they should definitely rename to Julio's route because he is the best at that. Why have we not seen much of that? We've seen it one time and it net us 25 yards, and I think it was against the Eagles. Why have we? It's just if I can think about it, and I'm not an offensive coordinator, why can't the person we're paying like $5 million do that? I'd do it for $100K and a trip to Mercedes Benz. Like, come on, bro. Like I said, I could go on for forever. Ugh.
Look,
He really hates Dirk.
I hate people who don't do what they're supposed to do.
Me too.
Well, you hate the entire team at this moment, there.
Bruh, they were close. Somebody came at me and said I was a Falcon fan. I said, correction, I am a Falcon supporter. I am not a fan.
Yeah, man. I got
Niners because I'm a Shanna fan.
Oh my God! Here we go.
Chiefs.
Get out of here, man.
Here we go.
All those. Now, if what
are you about to say? You gonna make me cuss? He's gonna make me cuss.
No, I'm not gonna make you. Well, you might cuss, but that ain't gonna be because of me. I ain't say nothing wrong. If the Falcons don't, be 500, they win, let's say, one more game. They have a bye week 9, which is after their 8th game. If they're not at least 500, what do you think happens this season? I know what I want to happen, but
I just don't see a clean house. I don't see that happening.
All right.
I don't see a clean house, but I do see someone getting fired or demoted.
I can understand.
Just one. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I see one person getting fired and demoted for sure. Just based off what happened last year. Do y'all want to go ahead and get into that? Might as well since we talk about it. Okay. Everybody wants Dan Quinn's head right now. Well, not everyone, but most of you people, especially on Twitter, want Dan Quinn fired right now. Personally, I don't know what I want. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on with this team no more. I want a fucking Super Bowl ring. And people of all teams keep asking me what the fuck's going on. And I'm telling them to respect my goddamn privacy because I don't fucking know either. Like, I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know what's happening either. Okay? None of us know. We are just as confused as everyone else watching. Okay? Do I want Dan Quinn's head personally? No. Do I want him as our defensive coordinator if he doesn't get it together? I don't want him as a defensive coordinator anymore, but I don't think I'm minding him as a head coach. I could give him one more season personally. However, I think he's the one to be fired if we're not in the playoffs this season. I think they're going to fire him, and that's just based off of last year. They did a clean sweep of every other coach except for Dan Quinn, and Dan Quinn took on the responsibility of being the defensive coordinator as well as the head coach, which is why I believe his head will roll at the end. I don't know which one of y'all want to go.
Okay. Dan Quinn as the defensive coordinator so far has not been terrible. There has been notable improvement along the defensive line, which have not happened over the last 3 seasons. And you pretty much have the same people. The linebackers, they're fine. There's one linebacker in particular, hint, hint, wink, wink, that probably shouldn't be on this
Needs
team.
to go.
That I've been saying for like 2 seasons shouldn't be on the team anymore. But they've been fine. The DB play, half of it has been fine. Desmond Trufant has been stellar this entire season. Besides that one game, beside the Titans game, which is fine. Even the best DBs get cooked every now and then. It just happens. The safeties have been, like Ricardo Allen is fine. I love him. He's great. hasn't been in the best spots yet, and I don't know if that's because he's a little slow because of the injury. He wasn't fast. He wasn't really, fast before that, but he's not really. I feel like he'd be best as the strong safety and let KD be the free at this point. At this point, in the season, but that's something they can try later. Dan Quinn, he has his good parts, but I think they should absolutely, if they're not going to clean house, I think they should only keep like 2 or 3 assistants, but everybody else probably has to go. In my
Who are the assistants that you think should stay there if that happens?
Ulbrich, the linebackers coach, and Chris, the offensive line coach, because I feel like he's done a pretty good job. Everybody's just been getting fucking hurt. He has the worst job ever, and maybe one of the wide receiver coaches or the running back coaches. I don't fucking know.
I was gonna say, Rick, you don't think Moore should stay either?
You know, that's a passing game coordinator or something like that.
No, Raheem Moore.
Yeah, I don't think anybody on the defensive side should really stay beside Ulbrich, to be honest. That's literally it. I think they should just clean house and just get a clean slate. Because if people always talk about not wanting to waste years of Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, but if you don't take that chance and you just keep running it back with the same group that has proven that he just can't get it done, that's the definition of insanity. And that's wasting them more than anything. We've seen what Matt and Julio can, especially Julio. Julio had 1,900 yards and like 7 touchdowns that year with Shanahan. You can see what they do with a very good offensive coordinator, and they have not had that but 1 season. Well, 1.5 seasons in Atlanta. It's about time they got a good offensive coordinator. Defense matters, but it doesn't matter as much as people say, as we saw from that Super Bowl run. So everybody just has to go, in my opinion. I love Dan Quinn. I think if he can latch on if he can stay here as a defensive coordinator, that'd be excellent. He can focus on that.
But we never seen a head coach get demoted to DC in NFL.
We also never seen a team collapse like this as many years as we can. So anything with the Falcons doesn't make sense. So anything is possible.
And that Super Bowl, nobody's ever saw that before either. So here we are. I mean, we're a team of first, so maybe that's gonna happen. Dan Quinn gets demoted, the first coach ever in history to get demoted to DC.
No, that's too much egg in his face, and
he'll probably latch on somewhere else before he gets that.
Right.
I said after the Titans game that Black Monday is going to be a spectacle for me. I'm going to enjoy that day.
I think a lot of people are, especially if DQ's head rolls. Josh, what do you think about this?
I don't want Quinn to go anywhere. Yeah, I'm pro.
Yeah, that's it.
Because we've been starving long enough to have a defensive minded coach to actually piece together a defense that what we have now. Granted, they don't want the defense that we are expecting them to beat, but they have shown that they can be dominant under Quinn.
Dominant.
I was going to say the Super Bowl run, once he took over, the defense
they still gave up like 24 points a game.
No. They did not. It was more like in the teens after Quinn took over that year. I mean, after that little portion, it was in the teens.
That's what I'm talking about. That playoff run, they still gave up like 24 points a game. They gave up 20 to the Seahawks, 24 to the Packers, and then 31 to.
Okay. He's saying the defense has been better under Quinn.
No,
okay.
No, I'm not counting I mean from like the week 10 that he took over, from then up until like that week 10 to like week 16, they gave up like 17, 16 points a game is what I'm saying.
They still gave up 17 points a game. That's not dominating any stretch of imagination.
That's
we're thinking decent dominant because we've been trash for so long. That's tough.
Okay. Okay, well, decent, man. They were pretty decent under him in that Super Bowl run. So and it's like
in defense, if you have an elite offense, and we have proven that we cannot do that.
but my thing is like we and he also brought in Pro Bowlers in every level within our defense. You got Grady and Vic, you got Dion, and you got Keanu and Trufant in secondary. Like he's put together a good defense. They just need to play better. Period. So I'm pro Quinn. I don't want him to go anywhere, and it's really is I'm not gonna like Black Monday if that happens. If it goes that way.
Everyone,
it's a big if. And wow, I fucking lost my train of thought.
everyone fade Josh's coaching advice. He's apparently been wrong so far this season.
Whoa. The fact we had the fifth best yards per drive under Dirk in the league currently. So
we could drive down the ball all day with Sark, and you still want his head.
No. Sark was just calling BS just to call it. He had no rhyme or reason to call plays that he called. He just seemed like, oh, this was like a nice play to run. Let's run it.
Dunk down the field all game. All right, just making sure. So Dirk had rhyme and reason to run 3 screens, a bubble screen, a quick comeback, and a 5-yard slant on 3rd and 12. That's his rhyme and reason. Just add yards.
He probably saw like our defense give up a 3rd and 15 on the slant, so he probably just like, let's try it too.
Yeah, we practice against this as well.
So, but again, I'm pro Dirk. He could be a lot better. Yes,
a lot, man.
That's an understatement.
Like a whole ain't no reason not Julio, Ridley should get less attempts than Luke Stockton.
Had 3 targets the last 2 weeks.
That's ridiculous.
Matches in both of those weeks.
That's beyond ridiculous. And
Julio scoring, Julio getting his, so that's all that matters, right?
According to others, that's all that matters. Like I said, whatever Dirk came up with within that Philly game plan, try to like build off of that. Like, but will involve Calvin more. Because like I said, I don't see how Calvin went from 5 catches, 103 to like no catches and no catches again. Like what are we not doing for him to replicate the Eagles game?
What are we not doing? What is Dirk not doing?
I mean,
we are just trying to watch the game.
Okay.
And
what is Dirk not doing?
Doing exactly what I said. Like he'll run some plays, but which I was trying to tell somebody, coverage dictates where the ball goes. So,
exactly.
Say Calvin is lined up on the opposite side of Julio, right? Julio immediately slants that the free safety or whatever safety over to his side. So logic would dictate that maybe not gonna throw to that ball if it's only 2 wide receivers here, and Julio's on that side. So maybe I should throw to Calvin. But the thing is, then you rely on Calvin having to beat man coverage. He can do that, but that's not how that should go. You should always have my favorite thing that coaches do now. There was an article on the Falcons. Shout out to them. They're pretty great. The people run 11 personnel, which is one running back, 1 tight end. Every year it increases more. And you know what that usually means? That you have 3 wide receivers. This is probably a staple of Shanahan's offense. I know I keep bringing back to him, but also Sean McVay, also Andy Reid, all of them. All the smart offensive people besides what we have here in Atlanta. And that's because you can do so much out of that and have them work on each other, work through each other, that you can literally dictate where the ball is going to go. If you run, trips to the right and then you slide out that wide receiver, the running back to the left side, you have you have a 3-on-2 basically on the right side because they have to dictate a safety. And if it's Julio there, you have a 3-on-1 basically. That's how the
Right.
1-1. That's how the numbers are going to work out. And then you have that running back on the left side. In man coverage, yes, a linebacker.
Backer, yeah. He gonna win that 10 times out of 10.
Freeman or Ito Smith, because he's very good there, is going to win that 7 out of 10 times. And then you have to dictate whether you want Calvin to go long to draw that safety away, or you have Julio over the middle against probably a 5'10 DB. That's easy money every time. And then at that point, you can't even complain. And then you could just say, oh, the offensive line didn't hold up. That's fine. Man made a bad throw. That's fine. But at least you're putting them in spots to get the ball where you could actually do something with it. It's just not happening at this point. It's just not it's not happening. They're not doing anything good. They literally run that personnel grouping like probably in the middle of the pack. And you should always have those 3 on the field as much as possible.
Yeah. I don't want everyone to see Julio come out the field on third downs. That's just me.
You can do that. You can either take Julio off the field, but you have
okay.
But you have to, because they still have to respect Ridley and Sanu, especially if it's like 3.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
But you just have to change the roles a bit. You can have Sanu be the underneath guy, have Ridley be a deep post guy. Have,
exactly.
Run down the field. He runs a 4.3. He's fast as hell. He has good catching ability. Use him. Have him run down the field. It's the same thing. You just have to be smart enough to use those people. You have a ton of wide receiver talent on that team.
Exactly.
And they're trying to
Why aren't they being used properly? Used properly. Why aren't they being used properly?
Hey, we're going to be a run-first team, guys. Just don't worry about it.
All right.
We better not.
I heard them say that multiple times. I was scrolling through my YouTube feed like 2 days ago while they were doing their press conferences, and I saw this fool Dirk Cutter say, "We have to have balance." And I said, "Yep, not watching this game this week."
Oh.
Dude, it's crazy because shout out to Alan Stark. Please follow him on Twitter with his film breakdowns. His @ is Alan_STRK. And one of his film breakdowns today that I saw, he said offensively, the offensive line is just not able to get the run game going, basically, is what he said. So, and he said it's been happening throughout this season, so since week 1. So I don't know what we're going to do if the offensive line cannot help us get our run game going. So for y'all that are blaming Freeman, saying Freeman's a problem, he's the worst ever now, bring Ito. Oh, now Ito's a problem. It's not their fault, per se. It's more the offensive line. If you watch his film breakdowns, he explains to you in layman's terms what is going on. So watch those, and you'll see, whatever's happening. What happened to Jalen? Well, we just lost Jalen. His phone probably died. But with that being said, and all that he just said being said, with y'all want his fucking head chopped off, Dan Quinn, right now, all they're gonna do right now is promote someone internally. There you are. Yep. I'm so glad you're back. All right, Jalen. I was saying, if they fire Dan Quinn today, they're gonna promote someone internally.
I already know who's gonna be. I already know who's gonna be. I will completely fade this team for my existence. I will delete every mention of them on my Twitter, and I will literally not support that team anymore if they do that.
Dirk will become the new head coach.
I'm trying to tell these people, y'all do not want Dirk as the head coach and fucking Mike, whatever his name is, the tight ends coach. Y'all don't want those two being the
malarkey. Load of malarkey.
Yeah, malarkey. Y'all don't want them two being the heads of this shit. So chill out. Yes, y'all were like, it's just week 4 people at? Bitch, I'm right here. I am right here. It's still just week 4. I'm confused and frustrated, but I'm not freaking out and trying to fire everybody right now. All right? So chill out. Enjoy this little ride that we're all on. Right now, we're all still going to cheer. I know I'd be dramatic on Twitter, but I'm telling y'all, I was dramatic. And then the Falcons sent me a 20% off gear with a new hoodie collection, and I bought me a hoodie.
They literally tried to soften you up for the bullshit coming. That's crazy.
I'm dramatic as hell, but I get over it real quick, and I'm still going to cheer for these assholes, even though they get on my fucking nerves. And I'm still going to wear the gear and cuss people out that be talking shit about them. So, we're all fanning here. We're all confused. People, okay? We do not want Dirk being the head coach of this team. Because then y'all will really quit on us. Like Jalen said, he going to delete his entire Falcons life.
I will literally rebrand as a fucking 49ers fan. Not gonna cap.
Not a 49ers fan. Come on now. You ain't gotta go fucking Shanahan.
Mm-hmm.
You can go anywhere else.
Hey, you know what Shanahan's doing out there, right?
Who have they played?
They're 3-0.
Who have they played?
Hold on, let me find their schedule. Hold on.
They played nobody.
Hold on.
Nobody. Who can love you like me?
They played Tampa Bay. I know there's one game.
Who's better than
Jimmy?
Okay.
No, I wouldn't say all that.
They have a better record than us, so they're better than us.
Man, oh my goodness.
They played the Bengals, the Steelers.
Trash. And
Tampa Bay, I believe.
The Tampa Bay. Trash.
And they had a bye this week.
Jalen, you need to get your phone fixed. Whatever's going on. Hopefully he'll pop back up. But you're right.
They haven't played anyone. Like, I just hate when people get so enamored with Shanahan. Like Shanahan, he's a good coach, but my goodness, man, like he's not a god.
My phone completely hates everything about this. Apparently, Jesus Christ, it's the third time.
It's okay. I'm just glad you're able to get back.
It's literally I just have to retype my name every time. But yeah, anyway, they're averaging like 31 points a game, and their defense is atrocious. Well, not atrocious. They're actually much better. They have a better defensive line than we do, low key. But
yeah, they do. They actually do.
Like, but we are not accepting you going to.
That ain't no problem. Y'all gotta accept me. I'll block all y'all for all I care. You best believe. I told you, I'm swabbing. I'm Thanos snapping away every mention of the Falcons. It's good.
Thanos snapping. You are a trip. I don't know what I was going to do.
All of that for a drop of sweat. I hope it was worth it. I hope I remember you.
Man, speaking of Thanos snapping people away, we finally got rid of Duke Riley. Yay!
Poor guy. Got so much undeserved hate, especially from Amber. Oh, man.
Fucking dancing he did after fucking we won in a horrible
y'all must really not understand what be going on in the locker room after a win, bro. It'd be the littest place ever.
Exactly. Everybody does this. Like, why y'all crucifying them for winning?
Over here tweeting out reckless, bro. It's a way of life, bro. Especially after you win, like how you won that game. Like, yeah, you hype fuck.
Exactly. Like that was a good game the entire day. Like, y'all can't kill them for celebrating a win.
I'm a kill man that's sitting on a bench ain't doing nothing, being a fucking cheerleader in the locker room.
He was a good special teamer while he played.
Yeah, he was
all that dancing and you ain't do nothing. What you do in the Eagles game? Doing all that dancing. Get the fuck out. Get out. I don't care. Everybody else deserves to dance. Duke did not deserve to dance. I don't care. Where's Amber? Amber is on my side.
I know
right?
Amber is. If you search up her name in Duke Riley, boy, she better be lucky that somebody ain't got the feds called on her, because man, she be on his ass.
She does. She's so funny. But so people were mad that we was happy that he was gone. I'm like, damn, can we have some joy? We been want to get rid of him. He's just been a waste of space.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been a waste of space and a waste of money. You got to go. You did all those fucking truck pulls and had us all excited and shit.
That's your fault.
And then
that's your fault.
Jalen, leave us alone. We so excited.
Y'all gotta learn to tell, cause like NFL offseason videos usually don't mean anything. Everybody's working hard in the offseason. You're never gonna see a player not working hard unless they like just come in completely like overweight or something. Everybody in the offseason is working hella hard. Like people took that way out of hand.
We should have. He hyped us up and then came in here and he ain't do shit. And now he's gone.
Well, no.
You should specimen as the linebacker position. Don't get it twisted. All his problems have been mental.
Yeah, but
okay.
You should have known something was wrong when he didn't crack the lineup. If it wasn't due to injury, he didn't crack the lineup. So you should have known something was up then. But like I said, he took up a roster spot in my opinion. I think Grace could have been getting his special team playing time. But I'm glad that he's gone.
Hopefully, playing time over that other linebacker that starts, but that's another story for another day.
No, I was gonna say that too, but I didn't want to sound like an idiot. Like, can Grace play that that what's weak side, a strong side?
Yeah, I'd actually think if they did that, they'd put Debo at weak and then put Grace at middle.
Yes, at middle.
But
I mean that's more speed too. But I don't know if Grace may be okay in the middle. But no,
I pretty much played in the preseason. He played Mike.
Yeah, but that's against like backups and stuff though. This is like it's like legit Pro Bowlers and stuff like that.
Mean, if it doesn't work, you just move Debo back to Mike. It's fine.
True. That's true. But no, I that's something that needs to be looked at too. Like sitting Calma down in favor for Grace, because that boy he probably could be a playmaker at the linebacker position like Debo.
Campbell is just plateaued so hard. He probably has plateaued more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. It hasn't gotten worse. He hasn't gotten better.
That's what I said too. He's stagnant. He's been stagnant since like his second year. Like I don't know what it is with him. And the crazy thing about he's like the most defensive person on social media on the team.
I respect it. He trusts his ability. He'd start a lot of places. I just don't think, I feel like he's kind of playing out of position, low key. He shouldn't be the weak side linebacker or the Mike linebacker. He should definitely he played his best where he
was Sam.
Yes, he should definitely be that more often than anything. But they just don't have any trust in any of the other linebackers to play there, like the weak side. So they kind of have to put him there. I don't understand, because he played really well at the Sam. Like, just man him up against tight ends, have him set the edge against the run. He doesn't have to really he doesn't have to read anything. Just be physical, be the Terminator, the Predator that he looks like. Like, just be there.
And that's what I was expecting this year, for him to be man up on tight ends and like to shut them down. But I'm seeing him like getting beat in zone coverage. I mean, granted, it's the wide receiver running behind him, but it's like
running zone until they find some people who can actually do it, because they are not good they're not a good zone team. They're much better at man. There have been so many mental lapses against zone. I mean, obviously you
Yeah.
run some zone, but you cannot be running as much zone as they have. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of defensive people on Twitter, defensive players. Yeah, Campbell has been the most defensive, and it's pretty funny to see. I'm encouraging him to clap back at people just because that's what I do. So why wouldn't I encourage someone else to clap back at people?
Hypocrite.
Yeah, I mean, like, get him, like, shit. If you're gonna fucking at me and talk shit, I'm gonna talk shit back, like, period. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I do. So I'm encouraging him to do that. So if y'all see that and see me encouraging him to get you and you take offense to it, well, I don't care, because if you have the balls and are bold enough to at someone and talk shit or sub someone and talk shit, you need to have the balls to take the shit back when it comes back to you. Okay? If you don't have the balls to do that, then don't at them or don't mention their name. Okay? And call it a day. Now, some of y'all are tripping. Have I added players in the past before?
Yes, you literally
Yes.
blocked by some, but you know.
Okay, only one that I know of, but he was a bitch anyway. Okay?
Wow.
Alfred.
That air quotation bitch would probably be the third best defensive player we have on the team this year.
Oh, I said
exactly.
Alfred.
I know what I said.
Yeah. I don't know about the third best.
It was an exaggeration. He'd be one of the top 5.
Whatever, but he ain't here no more, is he?
Nah.
Okay.
I hope if he ever comes across this, I hope he's going through his recovery very well from his season from his injury.
Oh yeah. Like, I don't know. Please recover. You know, like, you're a bitch.
Relax. Jesus Christ.
He started it. Anyway,
How did he start it? What?
If a player comes back at me after I at them, I'm going to just keep going back and forth, because other than most people, I don't care. It's like Breeze be like, gosh, they're going to block you. The Falcons page is going to block you. I don't give a damn.
No, but like, I deserve it.
Right. Because
you better hope I never get like an inside source. I'm going to be like pointing out. I'm gonna start snitching on y'all. I'm pointing out names saying you should block them and them. And
yeah, lethal. Some stuff you be saying is like it's kind of like unwarranted and like
she be wild.
Like, yeah,
very warranted.
No, it's not.
It is always
okay. What is gonna be the outcome of you saying the stuff that you say to the team?
I want them to read it.
They're not gonna read it. They're not gonna read it. You over here yelling at some poor, probably white intern over here trying to just get their coin down. They just gotta cipher through you just yelling and cursing at them all day. Like, that ain't how that works.
Right.
Josh, remember a few years ago? I think it was like 4 years ago when Jay was running the account.
Oh yeah.
So for those that don't know, when Jay was running the Atlanta Falcons account, that was when we were shit. Like this was before Dan Quinn. We were playing
that
like
was the 4-12 season where we lost everybody and everybody got swept out.
I was cussing out the Falcons page almost on a daily fucking basis, right? Jay came back. I said they gave me a Matt Ryan jersey. Jay gave me a Matt Ryan jersey for free from a giveaway that I didn't even participate in. And I was like, so I was like, holy shit, thanks so much, blah, blah, blah. I was thanking them, right? And Jay was like, yeah. He was like, you're thanking us now, but if you keep talking trash, I'm going to stick the talons on you. And he posted a fucking picture of a falcon with the talons out going in for a kill against like an animal. And I was dying laughing. And everyone was roasting the fuck out of me. And I was just like dying laughing because I talked so much shit to them. So I couldn't say anything. I was just like, man, whatever. I just had to take it and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So they do read it. I don't know if the intern now reads it, but Jay, who was running the account then, he was reading all the tweets. So he got my ass back. So, I'm not even mad. If they block me, I don't care. It's a Falcons page. As long as I don't get banned from the stadium, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm good.
Keep pushing your luck. They may ban you from the stadium.
They gonna ban your ass from the state. They gonna have CIA on emergency watch for you.
They probably do. I bet they do. They got all them security cameras. They probably be watching me everywhere I go. Except they didn't get me that one time that me and my boy Jamar snuck into the holding room where the players' families were at. They didn't stop me. I'll tell the story next time. I saw all the hoes. Some of them got ugly hoes. I ain't sorry. They were.
If you got hoes, you don't need them to be pretty. They serve their purpose.
I guess. It was a lot. I'll get to that story on another episode because this one's already long. Anyways, where was I going with this? Oh, some of y'all, you can't send like fucking death threats to players. I have never sent a player a death threat. I have never wished injury upon a player. Y'all are doing that. And y'all are crazy. Like, y'all have lost your fucking minds, and y'all need to cut that shit out. That is not okay. I've said
Best believe.
You know what I'm saying? I've never wished death or injury on no player. I haven't wished it upon their families. I haven't even threatened. Have I threatened to fight a player?
Yes.
I don't think so.
You may not have added them. You may not have added them, but I've definitely seen you threaten to fight somebody.
A player?
Yes.
Who was it? Was it Vic Beasley?
For all I know, it probably was, but I don't know.
It was probably warranted, but I ain't gonna act them, and everybody knows I ain't gonna actually do it. But y'all are in their DMs talking about their families and coming to get them. Y'all shut the fuck up. Y'all ain't gonna do shit.
Best believe if you wish injury, like harm on any player, and I see it, it's I know people don't really care, but I will automatically block you. Like if you ever come across my page and you see like you're blocked, it's probably because you did some shit like that. Like I don't care. Josh probably gonna ball me for this. I don't even care if it's a Saints player. You don't wish injury or that on anybody.
No. I hate this, but yeah.
Like you don't understand. This is from somebody who played football for like 6 years,
right?
And like I tore my Achilles. I broke a couple bones in my back. Like I tore my shoulder. Like that is a long and like completely like treacherous road after that injury. You should never wish that on somebody, especially if you would never want that to happen to you. Like that is just, especially over something that you have no control over. Like, come on, bro. Like just chill out for a second. That is awful. I hate when people do that.
Yeah, I hate definitely that. Wishing injury on players, period. And like if you're criticizing a player, like don't tag the player in the criticism. Like that's just that to me is just unnecessary. Like if I wanted him to see it, yeah, I would tag him myself. But I'm pretty sure he gets enough heat already from his trash play. So just stop doing that because that's not cool in my opinion.
Yeah, I haven't done that in a long time. But when I did, it was to Alfred. And that's only because he was getting pass interferences, and I wanted him to stop. Okay?
Question about that. Are you gonna start adding Isaiah Oliver for doing the same thing? Because he has about as many penalties this season as Alfred had the last 2 seasons, though already.
Whoa! Are you
he has 6 penalties this season. Alfred had 5 total last season. Alfred this season, yes, he has 6 already. He's had 3 pass interference, 2 holdings, and unnecessary roughness. Alfred the season before that had 8.
I might. Wait, what did he have last year? How many penalties?
I think 5 or I think he got like 6 or 7.
Okay, 6 or 7
was iffy, and it doesn't matter. It got called, but one of those was like iffy.
Okay, so for basically 5 to 7, but
yes,
Rocky was what? That was his 5th, 6th year starting.
I mean, but
This is out.
that's just how it is.
So, like Josh said, I waited until his fourth or fifth season to start adding him. So, once we get there, I'll start adding Oliver.
Don't add players, man.
Getting penalties. Well, it's only fair for penalties. Stop getting penalties. And I was actually nice. I said, please stop penalties. Some of them were in all caps, but it wasn't nothing like crazy. But I don't even think I'll be on Twitter in like the next 3 or 4 years anyway. I don't think so. So,
You're definitely
we'll
gonna be on
see.
Twitter. Come stop the cap.
I don't know.
You may
I
not
don't
be on
know.
it as much because people grow up over stuff, and at one point you'll stop wanting to be you on Twitter, but you'll still be on that app. It's too valuable at this
We'll
point.
see. And what I want to tell Justin Hardy something. It's just a little constructive criticism.
What did you tell Justin Hardy? Justin Hardy has done nothing wrong for everybody to be hating on him, man.
Hush your mouth. You know I like Justin Hardy like you like Justin Hardy. However, y'all were fucking tweeting him a bunch of shit. A bunch of bad shit. Like we just said, stop doing that. But his response, right? So I don't know if y'all saw it, but every word, the first letter in the word was
type like that, man. That irks me.
What happened?
fucking Jalen. His shit went off when we were agreeing.
Wait.
Hopefully it'll come
What happened?
back. So he responded, but every word, the first letter in the word was capitalized. Why? Like every word. So his whole paragraph, the first word, the first letter in every word was capitalized.
Right.
Like what the fuck? Bro.
Maybe he was trying to type out some decrypted code or
It wasn't no fucking decrypted code. It was like, leave me alone or you can catch these hands too. Like there wasn't no code, man. It was no excuse for that.
Justin Hardy said this.
Yes, Justin Hardy, Jalen saw it. Go to Justin Hardy's Twitter. Every fucking first letter of the word was capitalized. And I'm just like, bro, how are we supposed to take you seriously when you're typing like this? It's almost as bad as how Cam Newton be doing.
Nothing's worse than that. It's not the same.
I see it now.
Dings.
Yeah.
See, that is my criticism of Justin Hardy right now. Stop. Don't do that anymore. Please relax.
Don't let it
either type like it's like ridiculous. Like, bro, what are we doing? You rep your alma mater so hard. What's it, ECU or whatever? And you like this. This is embarrassing. You're embarrassing us. All right? And guys, I said Cam Newton, so I have a quick question for y'all. Since everyone's talking about it.
No.
I'm changing it up. I'm changing it up. Okay. So, what would y'all think if, and everybody listening can answer this, what would y'all think if Cam Newton became a tight end on our team?
He'd be a Pro Bowler for sure.
No, I don't think that. I think if you don't play a certain position and you haven't played that, he's been in the league 7 years now. I think it is some shit like that. He's been in the league for a while. He's been a quarterback the entire time. He's a quarterback. Don't make him change his position until he's done it for a couple of years or so. I'm not trying to do no reclamation project on a.
We could use them like how the Aints use Taysom Hill.
Um, no.
We could throw him. We could throw him at wide receiver.
This is what Josh thinks of black quarterback. So I'm not surprised.
Okay, let's go.
I'm
Let's go.
impressed.
Let's go. Because I could give you a list of the ones who I actually think are legit quarterbacks, not an athlete that's back there playing quarterback. I mean, like a legit quarterback that's playing.
See, my thing, my how do I say this? My idea of Cam Newton has been different than people's ideal quarterback.
Right.
He is an
And th-
extremely boom or bust player, but that has some extreme value in it, especially when that boom or bust fits with what he can do running the ball. He can be your running attack. He can also throw the ball 70 yards and get you a dime of a touchdown. He is a much better passer than people are going to give him credit for because of the last couple of seasons he has not been good. I will admit that.
Majority of his career, he hasn't been good.
I would not say that. He was very good that Super Bowl run. He was very good the year before that. He was very good. He obviously makes some stupid mistakes, but every quarterback makes some stupid mistakes. He obviously misses some very easy throws. He misses some layups
He misses a lot of layups when it comes to throws. A lot of them.
Some layups very often. But him as a quarterback has been good. His overall product has been good.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, speaking of black quarterbacks, we got fucking Deshaun Watson.
And he may rip our defense to another universe.
12 touchdowns.
Okay. Yeah. So we probably might lose this game because if y'all don't know or have been living under a rock, there was video evidence of Deshaun Watson after his loss to they played the Panthers, right?
No, but that's not. I mean, every opposing QB is gonna know what a defense runs for the most part. Like you said, he just missed.
Shut up, Josh. I'm not talking about. He's trying to interrupt me, trying to put words in my mouth. Josh, shut your mouth.
I'm sorry.
At the podcast, that's crazy.
I'm sorry.
Real quick, Josh, he talks about black quarterbacks. If y'all watch Django and y'all see Samuel L. Jackson's face.
No.
Anyway, what I'm talking about before Josh interrupted me is the video of him going out onto the field with his quarterback coach, and they were like, all right, this is what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe does days after games and keep shooting. That's what Deshaun Watson was doing. So that is why I am scared. And what made it scarier was the press conference that Josh was referring to. Now, Josh, take it away.
No, I mean you got to think he's gonna ball up because he had I didn't see the exact stat line, but he had a pretty awful game against Carolina. So you got to think he's gonna bounce back at home against a extremely vulnerable defense like ours. So you can expect for them to put up some points. So you just better pray that our offense show up that day and we can match them. If not, we're gonna get blown out.
Fuck you, watch, bro.
He said our offense shows up. It's so funny.
I said y'all better pray until the offense shows up.
Listen, I'm over praying about this team. Okay, unless we make it back to the Super Bowl, that's the only time I'm gonna pray about this team overall. I'm just at that point that I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's where I'm at with this team until they show me something different consistently. I'm talking about show me something 4 weeks in a row.
How about we just remove all remaining expectations for this team and just watch the game?
I did that 3 seasons ago after the Super Bowl. What you mean? You're late. What's going on here?
I mean,
Some hope.
Hope.
I mean, yeah,
We
yeah.
live.
You got
We support an Atlanta team. There is no hope. Just sadness. Y'all are late.
that narrative is going to change pretty soon. Okay,
That what I
so
just said should definitely be the title of this pod. There is no hope. Just sadness.
with Thanos and a cover. but back to the black quarterback thing. Okay, here's my the QBs that I like, the black quarterbacks I like. Mahomes, well, the veteran, Russell Wilson, Mahomes, Watson, and that's it. I mean,
Yikes.
the
Yikes.
rest the rest are serviceable. Um, but
His
yeah,
serves.
other than that, yeah, give me those three if I'm
My
starting to
man
pick
is
out.
over here really disrespecting Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, my man
I,
really.
no, I'm not. I have to say, he had an okay rookie season. He has to do this what he's doing now
He
next year.
said an okay rookie season, like he ain't play nothing, like he ain't play more than like 6 games with
I mean,
a terrible like offensive line, a
okay,
terrible wide receiver core, a terrible
okay.
running back.
Jayla, he really is Samuel L. Jackson's
That's
character from
crazy. He sounds like
No,
Uncle Ruckus.
no, I just don't get it. I just
No,
don't. Again,
you
a quarterback has to do more than I don't get. I don't get enamored with when the quarterback runs. That's just not me because we saw that here for what 6 7 years, and that led to nothing. Like we already saw that. So I don't get like he can play because he can rip off a 50-yard run, but he can't complete a 15-yard intermediate pass. That's not me. That's
okay?
I'm not.
I got something. I got something for you.
Wait, man. You can continue.
Ask you real quick with Josh. Okay. So, Josh, if
Mhm.
Mike Vick did not scorn you for those years, would you like black quarterbacks? Yes or no?
Again, he didn't
Answer
score
the
me.
question.
He
Answer the question.
I'm not scoring though.
Answer
The
the
thing is,
question.
can,
You're
can,
avoiding the
can
question.
I put some context on the
No,
question?
answer the question and then use your context.
Yeah. Answer my question.
I do like black quarterbacks. I
Okay, no,
do.
you don't. That's not answering the question.
I
Answer
do.
the question.
Come on. This is
My the
therapy.
question was would I like black quarterbacks? Yes or no? I like black quarterbacks.
Hey, if Mike Vick did not scorn you, would you like black quarterbacks? Yes
Okay,
or no?
where does the scoring part come
Answer
in?
the question.
The fucking question.
Yes, yes. But one, I'm not scoring. Two,
Yes,
again, Vic did nothing here. Nothing
This
but
man still
run,
has not answered the
run,
question.
run. I
Ladies,
did. I said
ladies and
I
gentlemen,
said I
Kyle.
said I said yes. Now I'm going to context.
Then
Vic,
you
ladies and gentlemen, you have heard it here first of the DBNR podcast, the unofficial official podcast of Falcons Twitter, that Josh does not like black quarterbacks. He has said it. It is in audio and written, and your slander is appreciated and necessary. All right.
and you
again,
just all
Vic
because Michael Vick scorned him.
Vic did nothing here, besides run and be in Rubber Band Man videos and that's it. Again, if you can actually dice like tear apart a defense with your arm, like Russell Wilson, like Patrick Mahomes, like a Deshaun Watson, then I'm going to give you your credit. Not like if you could just run up and down the field and whoop de do, like give us highlights, but we still getting blown out. Like that's not fun for me. I don't like stuff like that. Like I like legit quarterback play, whether you're white, black, Asian, Hispanic, whatever. If you can throw the ball, I'm a fan of you.
Uh-huh.
He lying because he just said he ain't like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can sling that pill. Again, ladies
He
and
has
gentlemen, you have heard it
he
here first.
He has to do it again. He has to do it again. The guys that I gave you, Watson, Russ, and Pat, like they are some of the bright spots at quarterback.
Pat
Like,
Mahomes is the greatest quarterback to ever play the game, and I will hear nothing of it.
You said Pat Mahomes is the greatest quarterback
To
ever?
ever play the game, yes.
Already?
Already.
Already? You tripping?
Am I?
Yes. I don't trust
No.
these
I would agree with that if Mahomes throw another 40+ touchdown again this year.
He already have like 12.
then I would agree with that.
I just can't agree because I don't trust these players unless they've been consistent for X amount of years. That's like 5-6+ years. Then I'll give Pat his like.
I don't think it's ever. I don't think it's ever a QB in NFL history to throw for 40+ touchdowns in consecutive years. So if he does,
he has like 8 or 9 already this season.
well,
and he didn't throw any his last game.
So if he does that again, then yeah, I would have to say that he's probably the GOAT.
Anybody over Tom Brady works for me. His bitch ass.
Imagine having a black quarterback as the GOAT. Swoon. Josh would be in shambles.
No. Unless it's a good black quarterback, and then I'm fine with it. If you say Cam Newton is your GOAT, or if Lamar Jackson is your GOAT, then then yeah, it's gonna be some.
Hey, we are not slandering Lamar Jackson. All right, let's get some score predictions on this Texas game. I'm sick of this.
What are we doing? Score predictions?
Yes, please. We started talking about it. Then we went on a tangent for about 15 minutes, and then let's wrap this up.
Oh yeah, Breeze. Sorry, I told him 30 to 40 minutes, but oh well. This was a good episode anyway. Score predictions: Texans 80, Falcons 12.
Wow.
Good answer.
Josh.
Well, I did predict a 24-10 score when we played the Titans. I just thought we would be on the other end of the score. So I would say with the Texans, it'll be 21 28. 21-28.
For the Texans?
Atlanta. The offense is waking up.
Yeah. We'll be here 1 week and trying to find the way around a baby diaper the next. Anyways, my prediction is I was gonna say the win just to be like a different one, but now I got to change my answer. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 35-21 Texans.
Wow. So we're getting 40 piece basically.
I said 35. That's 5 touchdowns. That's 5 tutties.
So we're getting 40 piece just about.
It'll be on par. AFC team, very good quarterback, very good offense, very good receiving weapons, very good running backs, terrible defense. Offense is trash, especially going against a good defensive line. Actually, a really good defense nonetheless. So yeah, so it's about on par. They score 2 touchdowns in garbage time, and we try to lie and say that the offense is doing better. You know how it is.
So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I don't know if I'm gonna watch. I might go to DC United game instead of watching because my heart just can't.
Who does DC United play?
I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I just want to go to a soccer game. I don't know who they're playing, but I just want to go to a soccer game. So that's what I'm probably gonna be doing instead of watching. I'll probably watch your tweets just like last week. But yeah,
Watch
This
my
is
tweets. Don't watch the timeline's tweets.
else's tweets because some of y'all be tripping. I be thinking like we fucking lost like the game's over, like everybody got injured with the way that some of y'all be tweeting because some of y'all just be tripping. Okay, so
Wait to have a shout out. I didn't do it this episode, and I have to do it every time I'm on the podcast. Shout out
fine.
to Aaron Freeman at Falcons. You know,
Yeah.
it's in my contractual obligations to shout him out every time I come on here. Uh, he's been spewing the gospel recently that I've been agreeing with, especially the last like 2 days about certain players and certain aspects of the team. And he's a great follow. So that was it. That's all I have to say.
He is a great follow. I like him a lot. I like his podcast a lot too. It is very good. And he be trolling during the off season like hella hard. So I never know when he's like serious or not, but now it's during season, so he's being more serious than he usually is. And he has been speaking the truth. He's been like saying shit that everyone needs to hear. You may not like it, you know, because you want to think the opposite of the actual truth. But yeah, shout out to him and his podcast. Y'all should go check it out. I'll try to remember to put that link in the description box as well on here. Josh, go ahead with your shout out. I don't know why I let you do this every week, but
You already know.
yeah.
Shout out to my little boy, my son, Kason. And yeah, that's it.
Shout out to everybody who's listening. Don't forget what I said about giveaways. If you missed it, go back and listen to what I said. Like, pay attention. We don't be on here speaking for no reason at all. Like, you think I come on here and waste my breath for y'all not to listen? No.
Yes.
Just kidding. Giveaway. We're doing fucking giveaways, so pay attention to our social media on Twitter. Pay attention to the descriptions in the description box. All the information you need will be there to know what you can do to win. We have everything from lanyards to socks to a jersey, and money. There's gonna be money, like actual cash. Like everyone needs some cash. I need some cash. I told Amber I might start selling feet pics because I need some cash. You know what I'm saying? You can use some cash. Everybody can get some cash. Shout out to Salisbury's. Y'all hear him soon. Definitely share this episode with your friends. Like it wherever you're listening to this podcast. If you're on YouTube, like, share, retweet, all that shit. Share it with your mother unless you don't like cussing. And because we don't need no grandmas putting hexes on us and all that shit. Because nobody got time for that here. Because the economy's bad and we need money and we're trying to prosper. You feel me? So that'll conclude this episode. Thank you for listening to the Dirty Bird Nation Report, which is the unofficial official podcast of Falcons Twitter. Sorry, Breeze, that is so long, but you'll get over it. We love you, man. Peace. Okay.